because she couldn't help me with my mind. People think I'm insane because I am frowning all the time.
I like that song so much, just keep it going, Brett.
All day long, I think of things, but nothing seems to satisfy. I think I'll lose my mind if I don't find something to pacify. Can you help me occupy my brain? Oh no! Yeah. Sure, man.
Sure, man.
Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We
Green, blue, red, yellow.
We love you.
And so, as you hear these words telling you now of my state, I tell you to enjoy life. I wish I could, but it's too late.
And we will make America metal again. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ohio. Congratulations. Somebody sent me the county-by-county map of the COVID-19 cases in Ohio. There is one county in Ohio that has 0 cases. Vinton County. It's down by Chillicothe and Athens.
Mm-hmm. Where there's nothing.
Well, there's 13,000 people there.
Yeah.
In that county, they don't have one recorded case. There are 8,400 reported cases in Ohio. I always assume that's higher, no matter where you see the data.
And
I always
that's
assume
hospitalized?
What's that?
No, that's
Reported
just
cases.
Reported
confirmed
cases.
cases.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm...
Some people just go home and have to quarantine for 2 weeks.
But how do they know that they have it if they're not getting tests, is what I'm saying. And usually,
8,400 people have. That's what
Okay.
that number is.
Okay.
8,400 confirmed tested cases.
Yeah, I didn't know if people were going into the hospital. Like, I didn't know the process of getting a test. Like, if I just don't feel well, I just can't get a test.
I assume Franklin County is where Columbus is?
Yes.
Okay. So Cuyahoga and Franklin County obviously have the largest concentration of cases. Cuyahoga County's got 1,300 cases. But Vinton County is the sole county in the state of Ohio that has no reported coronavirus cases. Even Licking County has 92. Well, with all that licking going on.
Surprised there's not more, right?
Ohio!
Red Wings County.
That's right.
Whoa.
Who's low? Henry County has 2. Northwest Ohio.
Henry County, is that where,
Don't know.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Amish?
The Henry, Ohio
Amish.
Museum? Amish? Is that where Amish are? Is
Amish country?
Amish? No, well, probably. I don't know.
I thought
Is
it was
that
like
Henry?
Orville.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think it's.
Anyway,
Millersburg is the city.
but that's Amish.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
I thought that was
Henry-
east. That's
I have
west?
no idea.
I don't
Okay.
know. There's more than one Amish.
But I wonder if there are fewer instances of it in Amish communities. They're already relatively insulated, aren't they? I mean,
I
wonder if that's
imagine.
a variable that's, yeah. So anyway, that was just very interesting. Whoever sent me that, thank you. Jana sent me that, I think. If you listen to this show, by the way, on iHeartRadio, and if you do it from out of state, tell me where you do it, and I'll make sure that you're on our bureau chief map. Nick is a new listener in Austin, Texas. Another Nick listens in Detroit. Brad is in West Lafayette, Indiana. Kim is in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
We should come up with a bureau chief name generator.
Okay.
So you can find out what your bureau chief name, because, we got a couple of Nicks. These regular ass names. Wouldn't it
But
be
these are
more
all just
fun?
first names, though.
I know, but wouldn't it be more fun if they got a whole new name
so it's
based
like
on where they're at?
based on the letter of your first name and then the letter of the city you live in,
Yeah.
maybe.
But the letter of your first name is you already got a name.
Yeah, but this would be like
The new
Porcupine.
game, yeah.
Oh, Porcupine is from Waxahachie, Texas, or whatever?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
Porcupine Dong Sniffer.
I mean, I can start making them up if you want Deborah Dirt Diggler.
I just like making up names. Names are funny. Oh, and to Genevieve, I texted my girlfriend in the break and said, hey, this girl was upset with me for putting you on my story in your underwear. And she replied, I don't give an F. So,
About that girl or about you posting her in her underwear? Or
she
both?
doesn't give an F about me posting her in her underwear.
Say hello to my ass.
Exactly.
That's right.
By the way, I really like your girlfriend. She's cool vibes.
She's the best.
Yeah.
She's fine. It's okay.
Love red.
She's okay.
She's, like I said, I love her, but I don't always like her. Last night we were arguing about, she's currently sleeping closer to the door. And she's like, well, if someone breaks in, then I'm the one that has to kill them because I'm close to the door. I'm like, you're not going to have the time to do that because they're going to.
Does she think that someone only murders people who are on the side of the bed closest to the door?
That's who
That's
gets murdered
statistically,
first.
I mean...
I always like that argument that people have. They're like, but you're closer to the door, so if somebody breaks in,
And so
they don't stop. They'll murder both of us.
And I'm like, first of all, you are the heaviest sleeper I've ever met in my entire life. So if someone breaks in, you're dead. Like, that's going to happen. Like, you don't wake up. You'll probably assume it's me, or you'll just be like, I'd rather die than have to move right now. She's a heavy sleeper. But then I also pointed out that even if she was awake, there's not enough time. So we did a scenario where the remote control was the gun, and she was trying to turn off the TV before I got to her. So I stood outside the door. I'd wait a few minutes, and then I'd break in and try and get to her before she could turn off the TV. And I ran into the room and jumped on the bed and totally pulled my calf muscle.
Oh! This is what you get
got
for
me.
playing these little games there.
I know.
All
Yeah.
the walking he does.
Yeah.
I only want
Can't
a
even
man.
jump onto a bed.
Yeah.
I only want a man just to kill spiders.
Yeah, but walking's
That's
not
what
necessarily
started it.
high intensity for your calves.
You don't know.
Apparently not.
I don't know. I've always had very crampy calves. Like that's how
Crampy calves, he's on that Debbie Diggler.
Dirt Diggler. Crampy
Diddler.
calves. How did you miss Crampy calves in the Country Music Hall of Fame?
Because of my psoriasis, it really leads to like arthritis and like cracky bones or whatever, achy bones. So when I was living at my old townhouse, my roommates could hear me coming up the stairs because he was like,
Dude,
yeah.
Oh, man.
I
It's
like,
crackle in
it was
the
like
morning.
somebody was hugging a bag of
it's
pretzels.
really gross, and it doesn't matter what time of day it is. But like, sometimes they're like, "Dude, do we need to add oil to you? Like, why do you sound like that?" I'm like, "It's a symptom of like my psoriasis. Like, I can't help it.
My dog.
can.
It's only gonna get
Oil
worse as
can.
I'm older."
Oil can
My
what?
dog will start running, and then I'll run with her for a few blocks. And once I start running, it sounds like I'm
You're on
making
stilts.
popcorn.
Really?
Yuck.
I'm so cracky.
Mine's like that from cheerleading. My knees and my ankles at pretty much any given time where if I like stretch, there you go. If I stretch it out, both my ankles just pop,
See-
both my knees.
Oh, really?
Yeah, both of them are shot, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
So if you give me probably a half hour if I were to stretch out my knees again, they'd be like, pop, pop.
So, question
ankles,
for
crack,
you:
crack.
do you feel your crack coming on, or does it like just happen? in your-
431.
Do you feel it like? Do you know if I get up right now I'm gonna crack, or is it just random?
I assume most of the time when I get up, I'm going to crack.
Because I don't know when it's coming on. I just walk up the steps. It's just like I'm like, oh, how did my like bone not pop out of socket? How did it not come out of my leg
It's
right
that
now?
bad? I mean, I understand
can
getting
get-
up in the morning and having a couple of pops here, but
It's
it's really that bad?
It's spots where my psoriasis is inflamed, and it's usually at a joint. It's very odd, but it's a symptom of it. And so if I don't get medication for it, it could be really bad. I could have effed up legs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, when I
It
run
happens. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, when I run, it sounds like when you put like a baseball card in the spokes of a bicycle.
Yeah. It'll happen when I'm getting like pedicures or massages. Like the lady giving me a pedicure will lift my foot and my knee will crack, and then she'll like position my foot and my ankle will crack. I'm like, totally fine, just keep going. Like it's not even.
Yeah.
It freaks them out, and I'm just like, it's just the way that it is. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. I'm not especially cracky. I mean, like in the morning, I was like anybody else, you go
You like
downstairs
your
or
crack in
whatever.
the morning.
I
Yeah.
like my morning crack.
Yeah.
You like 3 cups of coffee.
Uh-huh.
I like to get a jumbo rock, fire it up.
There you go.
I got $1,000 here for you if you want it. I don't know how to set these up. Here's some money.
Rover's Morning Glory wants to help with a chance at $1,000. We have your shot at $1,000 right now. Text the nationwide keyword BORED, B-O-R-E-D, to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's BORED to 200-200. Good luck. From 100.7 WMMS.
Coronavirus!
People are telling me that the Amish communities are going to be the next huge areas of spread.
Because they're still having weddings and
They're not social distancing.
and they're not watching TV, so they don't know what's going on.
They're preparing more hospital space in Middlefield. I think that's going to be the next big hot spot, and it could be worse than Cuyahoga County. Thanks a lot, Amish.
But their cookies are so damn good.
And they have so
All
much
their
practice.
food.
All they have to do is just pretend like they're shunning everyone.
Yes, shunning.
Yeah, social shunning distancing. I don't know.
Middlefield is the 4th largest Amish community in the country.
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Wow. Alan, my mother has COVID-19. And where is that? She sets an alarm to listen to the show. Aww. Oof. Well, thank you. I'm sorry to hear that, but
Laughter's the best medicine.
thank her.
Well,
Thank her for us.
They do say that when you get coronavirus, you lose your sense of taste. So that would make sense.
Mary Santora, everybody.
You
She
like
nailed
that?
it.
You like that?
I saw Chris Cuomo's wife got it. Coronavirus.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because he had it. He's still doing his
he had
show.
it in the basement.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
And
how did he get it? How did she get it?
Coronavirus!
From him.
because he was in the house.
Yeah, they're in the same house.
But he's in the basement.
Yeah, so
He doesn't live in the
it's highly
basement.
contagious,
It
man.
can go upstairs. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, it's not like he's like trying to keep it all in there. He's like, all right, got to keep this
Vacuum.
virus down
Well,
here.
well, that was the point. He didn't want his daughter to get it.
right, but
So far, I don't think his daughter does have it, but he's very upset and concerned that his wife has it.
Man.
Tell Poundcake if you have non-life-threatening symptoms, they will tell you to stay home and quarantine. I woke up and had symptoms on Monday, but because my fever wasn't very high and I only had mild shortness of breath, I'm not going to get tested.
That's what I'm saying.
My buddy in New York has that right now.
But then how far along until you do go and get tested? Because I feel like...
Until you have shortness of breath, till you feel like you're dying and you have to go to the ER. That's what I'm saying. I
Is
don't
that what it
understand
is?
how these people are getting tests.
I asked my friend in New York, him and his girlfriend are both not feeling well. He's like, we just, the general feeling of run down, body aches. He goes,
General feeling?
they're coughing, like all the symptoms except the fever. The fever is the one that isn't there. And they're basically like, we just have to wait it out
That's
until
what I'm
we're
talking
sicker.
about. Until you are nearly on your deathbed, they're like, okay, now we will treat you, because that's what it's come down to. There's not enough testing for everyone. So if you have an allergy like me, I battle with that every day. Every day I'm like raspy, got mucus. I was like, but I smoked last night, so that's probably what it is. And then I'm like,
you smoking right now?
Vaping, but
You still are vaping? God, you're such a child. Why are you still vaping?
because I'm
Get
sure.
a needle, man. Intravenous.
Yeah, do it like a grown-up. Come on, man.
Took me a second. Just like, what?
Yes, it's not the best choice.
Then
No,
don't do
for
it.
a respiratory pandemic,
I know.
it affects other organs in the body too. Like it's hard in your heart, obviously,
I know.
but
I'm trying
it's
to stop.
primarily a respiratory, and because you already have another condition. Boy, you just can't tell people anything.
And you know better. Your mom is worried about you.
He's got cognitive dissonance up the
Yeah.
yin yang over here. This kid.
Machine Gun Kelly's got a video that went viral as like #1 on YouTube, and he's smoking this giant cigar-sized blunt, and I'm like, dude, maybe not the time
But
to smoke things,
just
and maybe
taking
to
the
just
edge
do
off. Like I'm like, oh, okay.
right. But there's other ways to get
I don't
that
have an
into
edible.
your system.
I already had my vape.
Vape, I don't think is as bad, but smoking is
It's
real
not
bad.
good for your lungs.
No, it's
I
all
mean,
not good.
Yeah, well,
Dude, that's why, I've said it, I haven't even gotten high during this because I'm like, I know I have edibles I could eat, but I'm like, I don't want to mess with it. I want my body to be
In
fine.
top shape, yeah.
I don't
I'm
want
already
it to be
screwed.
weekend or I get high and eat 8 pints of ice cream. I feel sick for 3 days. And I'm just like, what is this? I ate a whole bag of jelly beans yesterday. Not even high.
What constitutes a whole bag?
Opened it, ate it.
No, how big is
finished
a bag?
it.
Like a
It was
family size, like a snack bag,
like a Starburst jelly beans.
Wow, you
I
ate the whole thing.
I
Did you
brought
feel
some in
sick?
yesterday.
I know, I had one.
I ate all of those while I was here.
Yes, he had
'cause
one.
He had a jelly bean,
He's
by
like,
the way.
"Ooh, I'll indulge," and he takes one jelly bean, eats it, and goes, "Whew, oh,
It was
Perfect.
good.
Hit the spot.
It did.
oh, I can't
I
believe
took
I
a
ate
pink
so
one.
much."
Yeah, it was really good.
Well, I ate the rest of the bag when I got home because I was just throwing them in my mouth, handfuls at a time. Get up, go to the kitchen, grab a handful, and then
I had 2 high chews last night. Nora and I sat down and I opened up the box because I bought this bulk box of high chews, and so now she's all about the high chews. And I said, I'll give you one before your bath, and I'll give you one after your bath. right? So we'll eat, and I said, and I'll have 2 as well. I put a stupid thing on my Instagram story last night. We were digging into the box.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And
It was stupid.
thank you. It's just me and my daughter and a box of candy, all right? This is the compelling content that you could get on.
My girlfriend's underwear has gotten me a lot of followers in the past 20 minutes.
Oh, good for you.
I'm like, why did I get 300 followers?
Man, have you seen
300?
I don't know.
have you seen Crampy Cav's girlfriend? She's pretty good. But yeah, so, and I'll have 2 high chews.
Yeah.
And because there are so many different flavors, I have to take a second and figure out.
If you have 2 high chews and I have 2 high chews,
Now how
I
many?
take your high chews.
Yeah, I eat your high chews.
See,
Yeah.
I was eating the jelly beans, like I said, by the fistful. So all the flavors were mixing in my mouth together.
Oh, you're eating them all together.
I was just throwing them in, like how
Wow.
you eat M&Ms and Skittles. That's how I was eating my jelly beans last night.
So you don't like I'm more judicious with them because I want to like taste them.
No,
Really?
not yet. So I don't know what got over me.
What did
I
you think
was-
that like you were eating them like they were going to run away from you?
I could not. I physically could not stop myself. And every time I
Wow.
would throw a handful in, and then I'd find an excuse to go to the kitchen. I'd have like 3 sips of my water and be like, I need more water.
I did that.
I'd get up and go fill up my water and throw another handful in. And then I got to the point where it was like maybe a little eighth of a
You're
bag
like, well,
left.
I'm not going to let them. I might as well finish them.
Then I poured them into a
Yeah.
little bowl,
Yeah.
and I'm like, maybe if they're in a bowl, I won't eat them as quickly.
Don't you hate that when you have like a chip bag and you have like just a little bit and people have the nerve to roll it all the way down
No,
to
I'm
the
eating all
bottom,
of
put the
it.
rubber band around? I'm like, you should have just finished the bag, dog.
I just I did that on Tuesday night. All I had for dinner was like Uncrustables, but
You had 7 of them.
I had I think 3.
What
Yeah.
kind?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Have you had the hazelnut
Strawberry,
ones?
strawberry.
Strawberry, yeah.
Yeah, just strawberry.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, I was like,
Ooh, that's my favorite kind of Uncrustable.
Yeah. But I made the rule that I was going to leave them in the kitchen so that I couldn't just eat them all in a sitting. So every
good.
time I had to go get one, I actually had to stand up and at least go get it.
Yeah.
you
Man,
you want
I
to
wrapped
reward
it up.
yourself for standing up.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That's how we pull the calf, run into the kitchen to
Yeah.
get another Uncrustable.
I put that was my story last night. I felt like absolute death laying on my couch. I'm like, hey, I just ate a jelly bean. It was 1,400 calories of jelly beans.
Wow.
And then I did like an Ask Me Anything on my story. I was like, I feel like I'm going to die. And I ate a whole bag of jelly beans. So
Insensitive.
Also,
I'll
you
give
shared
you
a
guys
very
some
funny
advice.
video, stand-up video from the last
Yeah.
show that we did before it was lockdown. Mary had this little back and forth with a guy about the engagement ring.
yeah. So if you want to go to Mary Santora Comedy, it's the post first post on my feed. It's about giving the ring back. I made a joke about a pawn shop, and this guy got really upset with me, and he yelled out, and he was like, "It's his, it's not yours." And I was like, "What's his and not mine?" He's like, "The ring that he gave you. You have to give it." So it's me and him going back and forth
Oh, yeah.
about giving the ring back. And there's
And
actually
he's pretty adamant about it, but I like the discussion. The comments are great.
there's like 100 comments on that. So if you guys have an opinion, go
Well,
there and leave it.
My
Let me know what
understanding
you
is,
think.
is it's contingent on who calls the wedding off.
That's what a lot of people are saying. Like,
Yeah.
hey, if the guy cheats or the girl calls it off, whatever it is, family heirlooms, it should go back to whoever. Like, if it's the guy's grandma's ring, that should probably go back to the guy, right?
Yes.
I would
Why is
say,
he
like,
getting
an
engaged to
heirloom.
his grandma?
Well, some people
Because they live in Millersburg, Bill.
But yeah, a lot of people were like, guy gets it back no matter what. It doesn't matter. He
No,
bought
no,
it.
no, no,
That
no.
was this guy's point of view. Is that
No.
he said Ohio state law is that
my God.
he
You had
purchased
such a
it.
good line after that.
It's a gift.
If you guys got to check this video out,
it's
I'm
very
actually
funny.
very proud of this
But
interaction.
he's probably also a guy who probably did his diligence because he really wanted that ring back.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, you sound like you've been engaged before. So, and he,
Yeah.
after the show, he came up to me and said he's never been engaged, that this was just something he took a hard stance on.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
He was very sweet.
Yeah,
Came up after,
yeah.
bought a poster, it was his 50th birthday.
I think, he's an older guy then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's still a young buck.
But yeah, it's a very handsome young man.
Oh,
50,
yes.
aren't you?
Almost, Bill. Shut up. I always thought that's a purchase. First of all, if you're buying a ring and you have any doubt whatsoever that she's going to say,
Right.
I mean, you get a ring when you're positive she's going to say yes.
But this is like after you break up. So maybe, like in my case, said yes. We called it off 6 months later. We
Yeah,
were only engaged
okay.
for 6 months.
But it's also still a
And he cheated, so.
But
Also that.
But I also think it's a purchase that a guy should go into knowing that he might just be out that money.
Yeah.
Because the girl might not want to give the ring back.
Right.
I saw one of the comments, the guy's like, that's at least $10,000. I'm like,
I saw that too. There was
I
like,
don't know about you. but
rings
I
cost
know.
$10,000 on the low end or something like that. And,
No,
that's
they
his
used to say the
3 months salary.
The commercial used to be 3 months salary, and I'm like I'm gonna spend $600 on a ring, Bill.
I know, right?
ring pop.
Yeah. All right, I got a
You
break.
ain't getting no stimulus ring out of me.
Not this guy.
It's called a C ring in common nomenclature. All right, I got a break. If you want to get a text in here, 35192, you can go to alancoxshow.com. You can watch there. You can check out Poundcake's new Poundcake. The Instagram hotties are all there for you as well. And you can listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeart.